What's up, everybody? It's Dustin here with Overland Services, and today we're going to go over some of the things that you need to know if you're in the market for a four-wheel drive truck. So we've got this '04 model Dodge Ram 1500 four-wheel drive behind us. It's a great little truck. Got about 150,000 miles on it. While the engine and transmission are great, I'll bet that there's some steering and suspension components underneath there that are going to need some attention. And if you don't know what you're looking for, then you're liable to end up with something that you're going to have to do some repairs on as soon as you get into it. And nobody wants that. So let's dive into this. All right. So here we are underneath the truck doing our visual inspection. And there's your upper ball joint. And you can see that boot is just gone. So when those boots are torn like that, they're allowing all kinds of water and debris and dirt to get in the ball joint. And it's just going to ruin the life expectancy of it. So you can just assume there's no grease left in that one and it's probably held together with rust. So now let's get down here and check out the lower. And that boot's going to be in the same situation. There just ain't nothing left on it, so it's going to be full of rust too. This is going to need both ball joints in it. We'll inspect it manually to see how much slack, just how bad they are, but you're not going to make it much longer with these filling up with water. All right, now that we've done our visual inspection underneath the truck, we're going to need to get this thing jacked up so we can do our physical inspection. So you're going to want to jack up one tire, make sure and leave all three other tires on the ground. And then we're going to get down here and physically inspect for any slack that there might be on any of the ball joints, wheel bearings, or tie rod ends. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get down here and we're going to check left to right. So we're just going to wiggle the tire left to right. And I am feeling a little slack on this. So that tells me we've probably got at least one tie rod end bad. Sometimes there could be a problem within the rack, but you're always going to lose a tie rod end before the rack goes out. And when you're under there doing your visual inspection, you'll want to check the rack and make sure that it's not leaking any power steering fluid. If it's not leaking any power steering fluid, then it's going to end up being a tie rod end. So now what we're going to do is check up and down. Now, we're just checking to see if there's any slack or any noise of anything that sounds loose. And this one is actually pretty tight. So that tells me that we've got a decent upper ball joint and the wheel bearings are good at this point. Now, we know when we did our visual inspection earlier that the boots are torn off both the ball joints. So this truck's probably going to need ball joints upper and lower no matter what. But as of right now, this upper ball joint feels pretty good. So the last thing we're going to do over here is check our lower ball joint. So you're going to want to get your pry bar, slide it underneath the tire so that you can lift up. And as you lift up, you'll be able to tell if there's any slack or if it feels like anything's loose. Now there definitely is some slack on this, so that tells me that this lower ball joint's got some slack in it. I'll see if I can get the camera underneath there so that you can actually see it. Well, there you have it. A quick, easy way to check the front end out on just about any vehicle. So get your jack out, roll under there, and see what you can find.